stage Courtney Antonioli. Here she is. Yeah, that's a little bit. No, totally, I appreciate it. It's the summer of 2006, and I am interning at Marvel Comics, and it's like the best summer of my life. And in the summer of 2007, I upgrade because I'm dating my editor at Marvel Comics now, which for me is pretty awesome because my college boyfriend has just broken up with me in the Walmart parking lot because the girl who works at the Dunkin' Donuts gas station said you could continue to date Courtney or take me to prom, and he decided to take her to prom. But I have a boyfriend in New York City now, and it's his birthday, and I'm very excited. I'm going to his birthday, and I'm dressed up, which for me is like a pantsuit, and I'm in Chelsea, and I'm on a rooftop, and I'm meeting all his friends, and it's going really great. And as the night continues, he drinks more than me, which is anybody taking one sip because I don't drink alcohol. And as the night continues, I don't really see him, and I noticed that I've missed my train home because I still live in Connecticut, and I find Nate, and he's making out with the new intern at his birthday party, Amy, and I decide to push her out into the drunken wild, and I'm like, well, I missed my train, I guess I have to stay here, and I spend the night, and for the first time, have spent a night with a boy, by the way, and I get into his bedroom, and he's pretty drunk, and he's like peach fuzz sweaty and disgusting, and it's summer, and he kind of gets me naked against a wall, and I'm like, okay, this is kind of happening, and you know when you're like brushing your teeth, and there's that last nub of toothpaste, and you want to get it just right, but you press it, and you miss the, like all together, you miss the toothbrush, and it's just everywhere in the sink. He just all over me, just misses. And I'm like, I'm just gonna go to bed, it's gonna be fine. I wake up the next morning, he's blacked out, he doesn't remember anything, and I'm like, well, that's a thing with drinking. And we go see Ratatouille at the 14th Street Chelsea Theater, and I go home. We make plans for the next week. I come back, meet in Grand Central. Nate doesn't show up. He's not there. He doesn't ever show up. I text him, I call him, nothing. But I decide for the next 6 years that every year on his birthday, I'm gonna send him a text message because I want him to know that I know, and I'm like, I'm still here, right? Because Courtney, you need to know that I know, like that's who I am. And then on the 7th year, I finally hear back from Nate, and it turns out that we've both gotten married and divorced, and he's back in New York City, and I'm gonna be moving to New York City, and like, let's hang out again, because I don't remember any of the bad things in life. Like, I only remember the 4 good things in life. And I think, well, maybe it was me, and you know, like, he's come back, like, things have changed, people change, and I can try again. We go out a couple times. I go to New Year's Eve with him at Uncle Barry's. We go back to his apartment, and instead of like toothpasting it, it's more like an orange juice drizzle, and he kind of passes out. And I wake up the next morning, and I'm just like, okay, like we could try this again, and we make plans, and I'm gonna come back the next week, and I show up to 34th Street, and we're gonna see Wolf of Wall Street. And he doesn't show up, and I don't hear from him, and I'm calling and I'm texting, and I was like, you know, there are bad things in life. You have to kind of remember there are bad things in life, Courtney, and maybe it's not actually you. Maybe 7 years and 2 times of the same exact thing later, it's not you. And I go home, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna Google him, and I find out that, no, he does know how to show up someplace because he's in Disney World running the marathon with Cinderella. And I'm like, I want to press like all of these likes, and I want him to know that I know again, but I'm like, don't, just be cool, Courtney, just be cool, let it be. I moved to New York City, and 3 months later, I get a text message at 3 o'clock in the morning. He lives down the street from me now. And he says, I don't know what to do, like, you're just so amazing, and like, I just don't like good things in my life, and you're so good, and like, I just want to apologize and like make it awesome. And I'm like, well, look, he's apologizing, Courtney. Like, you've done something, right? Like, you should definitely go ahead and try that again. Because, look, he got you a book once, and that was really nice of him. Not like at all thinking about myself in the situation. And I say, okay, let's make plans to meet up, and he doesn't show up. A couple days later, I'm at Uncle Barry's, the site of our New Year's Eve fun, and I see Nate now. He's there with a woman, because he knows how to show up for somebody again. And I go up to him, we're playing trivia. I slide up, and I just look at him, and I go, is this your team now? And I just make extreme eye contact for a very long time, very aggressively. And it's his birthday on Friday. And I've been text messaging him every year, and I don't know if I'm going to send him a text message on my birthday. I mean, his birthday. He should definitely text message me on my birthday. But the truth is I kind of want to, right? Like, I want him to know that I still know and I'm still here. But at some point, I got to let it go. And I just have to, like, just walk away, too. I think at midnight, I'm going to find out whether or not, like, I'm going to do that again. We'll see.